Peppers. These are spicy peppers. Chili peppers have other names too, and then they have individual names. And we're going to talk today about how to prepare fresh, hot chili peppers. First, I want to show you how you can get them on the shelf. Down here we have, these are sliced peppers, rings, you'll see. And these are the mild version, more for people like me. And then we have the whole hot peppers. And these are hot, as you can see on the back. They're the smaller ones, and usually the smaller ones are the ones that are whole in the jars and cans. Then we have the rings that are hot. These are jalapeno hot pepper rings. And they are hot, but they're all pickled also. Very popular way to eat them. And then you can also have the chipotle salsas. And there's all kinds of salsas. Almost all of them have a chili pepper, mild, hot, or super hot in them. You can buy them in the cans. This is the whole jalapenos. And this one has a flip-top lid. I guess you can take it for lunch and eat your jalapeno peppers. This one is the diced jalapeno peppers. And then this one is diced green chilies. Now, this is jalapenos because it says it is. And the green chilies are just any of the spicier green chilies. And this one says it's mild. And they have different speeds of heat in these things. So be sure you read that, and you'll notice this one also has a pop-top lid. So they are becoming very popular. And then they're in sauces. And there's quite a few of them. This one is the habanero. This is the hottest, one of the hottest sauces you can get. I wanted to show you the variety of heat. And then you can get it dried. This is cayenne pepper that is dried. It's been dried and ground. And you can use it as a seasoning. And they come in different spice levels too. And this one also says very hot. So this is a good one to have on hand for your cooking. And then the other one is paprika. Paprika is ground red bell pepper. Like these, the bell pepper. They are related to the hot chili peppers. And so you can get that in the spice section. Now, actually, you're not going to believe it, but these are actually berries. These are the berries of the capsicum family, which is part of the nightshade family, because they're the fruit of the plant, and so they're called berries, but they're not quite what we think of, like raspberries. So they are spicy. So I want to show you how to be careful when you're doing this. If you've noticed, I've got gloves on. The capsicum that's in the peppers can burn your skin, and it can last for days if you don't do it. Some people wear one glove, I wear two. I just want to be extra careful. So I want to show you how they're made inside. So let's look there. Now this is the bell pepper, the sweet bell pepper that most of us know. It's used quite a lot in Mexican cooking. This is the same thing on the inside as it is on the inside of one of these peppers. Now I want to tell you where all the hot stuff comes from. So if we were to cut this one in half, see, they look exactly the same. And if you didn't know better, you wouldn't think the one was different from the other. Now you see this part of the plant right here? This is the part, the stem part, that makes the capsicum, which is this part that makes it spicy. So that is making it. And then it is stored on these, see these little white ribs? That's where it's stored, where the seeds are. So if you take out the white ribs and the seeds, the amount of heat that's in your chili pepper is less, no matter what it starts out as. Because this pepper is a spicier pepper than this pepper. And this one's a jalapeno. This one, I've forgotten its name, but they have all kinds of names, and they're all wonderful. So I'm going to take it out. So what I do is I take a small knife, and I start here, and I cut down to the top. And then I cut off the very top edge because it's part of that stem that makes the capsicum. Okay? So that's how you clean that out. I use gloves and I try to use a knife, and then you can set these aside. And believe it or not, you can eat them raw. I don't eat them raw because I can't do it. But there's other people that they can, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as you can take the heat. So once again, I'm cutting off the end, and I'm going down. This is my favorite little knife for doing it. You could also use a spoon, but I find sometimes it doesn't quite get it all out. And so there you go. Now, This pepper is less spicy than it was when we started because we've taken out the seeds and the white ribs that hold the seeds. And it's just like in this one. This is just a big version. We cut off the top, and that's where most of the seeds are. And on the inside, we take out. Of course, we don't have to wear gloves to use this one. And I'm showing you this because this is used a lot in the Mexican cooking where a lot of the chili peppers are used. Okay? Now, some people think that the redder it is, it's probably more ripe. Well, that's true. The thing is, once they start turning red, they start decaying, most of them. There are some that should be red, and you'll need to do your research on that, but most of the ones are green. And you'll see at the top of this, it's all turning red down here, but at the top it's still green, and the very top is black. It is starting to decay. And I wanted you to know that because it doesn't necessarily mean it's a better pepper. And it depends on the kind of pepper it is. Now there are some that are ornamental that are red. There are some that are red and they get red as they mature. And on this one, it would be, if we open this one up, let's do that. So you can see, you'll notice on the inside how dark it is. And all of this part with the capsicum making is all turning dark. This would not be a very good tasting pepper to use. So be careful of that. You usually have to select them. And I get worried in stores where the peppers are down low. So you want to watch out for your kids if you're in the store and the peppers are down low, because if they get the juice on their hands, it's going to burn. And if they touch their eyes, it's going to burn. If they put it in their mouth, it's going to burn. So how do you cool down the heat of peppers? Milk. It's the milk products. That's the reason why most of the cooking that have chili peppers, they have sour cream. Eat a dollop of sour cream and your mouth will feel a lot better. So I wanted to show you the really easy way to make a salsa. In here, you would put all of your ingredients of salsa on a dry pan, and I love my cast iron for that. You just stick them in, you put them in one at a time, and then as they get brown on the other sides, you turn it. You keep turning them. This take probably a good hour and a half, but then you would have homemade salsa because the skins will come off easily, and you can just squish it all together. You can chop it all up, you can mash it up, whatever you want to do, and you will have your homemade salsa. So go to my website and find out more.